Aloha and mahalo for tuning in to our continued coverage of the Doko Ga TV AdventureMania non-stop travel Alaska video diary series. Olena and I had so many great memories from our Norwegian Bliss adventure. This was our first time in Alaska, so over the last couple of weeks, we got to explore the greatness of the 49th state and share the excitement and awe of discovery with the 808 group and all of you watching at home. Today, we'd spend our time exploring the many activities and dining options. I know, any excuse to eat is always a priority for us, here on this city on the sea. In parallel to the greatness that is Alaska, our experience on the Norwegian Bliss was equal parts impressive, fun, and unforgettable. First up, on our Norwegian Bliss excellent adventure itinerary, Olena and I were prepared to take on the amazing pools and massive water slide that actually hangs over the side of the Bliss. As we were waiting our turn, we noticed something very alarming. Some folks didn't quite make it through the entire tube and ended up sliding backwards, which for me meant that's exactly what would happen if I tried it.
So we're here at the Norwegian Bliss Winter Aquatic Olympics here with the Olympiad. Olena Heu. Olena, how are you feeling today?
Nervous because it looks scary and I also don't want to get stuck.
Okay, yes, let's talk about that challenge for a bit. We've seen a number of competitors fail to get to the end. How are you going to take that challenge?
I'm going to try to just close my eyes and hold tight.
Now, does it have anything to do with your school spirit and personal pride?
Yes, everything to do with that.
Olena! Sheer fear, but she's digging deep right now. You can do it!
I'm afraid of heights, so that alone would make me throw up.
Yep, it's just the queen of all things.
Oh.
Competitors trying to psych her out. Look at this. Suspense builds. Tension mounts. Rough! There she goes, straight to the tube. She made it. She made it. Oh my God, she was so quick. In the speed of light, you did it. The Olena here. Oh my God. Like a blur of light. You just shot past to the ending right there. How does it feel?
Oh, good. I think my hands are trembling. It's pretty scary. So we were standing up there for a while and I felt like I was getting all dry because of the sun. And obviously the girl before me didn't make it. And so you go in and then you're standing on a thing with footprints and there's water behind you. And it says like in a robot voice, 3, 2, 1. And then it drops out. And I just closed my eyes and I held everything super tight.
There was like
yeah.
thousands of people that were lined up here cheering you.
As we continued our aquatic escapades, Olena challenged me to a dog paddle swimming competition, which was the only way I'd have any chance of keeping up with her because she surfs and does competitive and rough water swimming.
Labrador, brah. Labrador. Oh, one paw. Boom. Right there.
Unbeknownst to her, Polly's dog paddle was pretty fierce.
You look like you went in something, but you didn't. You just showered.
Actually, I did the 37th drop on the slide there. I was so inspired by Olena's performance. I have a feeling with her as my coach, I can pull this off.
I believe in you. You've got it.
I think I can actually reach the end.
Go for the gold.
I'm gonna go for the gold.
What's your technique going into this?
Using my pure body weight and fat density, I'm gonna just wiggle on through until I actually finish. So, yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Let's do this. We have the youngest competitor here. He won't even look at us. He's so into the game. And he's off. Look at that. And he's off.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What a great day.
What a great day. We saw Olympic adventures going on here as you represent the 808 state.
I couldn't get out on the other side. Well, after our doggy paddling competition,
yes,
of which you killed me.
I didn't mean to show off at the end, but I had to go one paw just to accentuate my win.
And our adventures continue.
Cheers, folks. Aloha. Aloha and welcome back to our ongoing adventures here on the Norwegian Bliss. I can pretty much say with fair certainty that probably one of our most favorite experiences on the Bliss has been in some part responsible, or in all parts responsible, by this guy. This is Executive Chef Roger Gavankar. Roger, aloha. Welcome to Doko Ga TV. And we were just amazed at how many types of food and dishes and selections you have on there?
NCL is all about food. I can tell you that. We have altogether 31 dining outlets, including the alfresco. On the buffet, we try to accommodate the whole world in that whole buffet. There's different themes to accommodate different cultures, so they can enjoy everything. Every cruise we order fresh food, fresh seafood. That is enough for one cruise in Ocean Blue. Also the lobsters what we serve are live lobsters.
Yes, yes.
So
It's really sweet.
those are really sweet, Maine lobsters. And whatever is for Ocean Blue, it's all fresh. We don't use frozen products here.
And so it must take a great team to put all this together. Can you tell us more about how many restaurants you have and how many people, as far as in the kitchen, are preparing those delicious meals?
I have one chef de cuisine, I have one specialized sous chef. After that, we have 8 executive sous chefs who report directly to either the specialized sous chef or the chef de cuisine, which directly report to me. And then we have 24 chef tonards who look out after each outlet. Like we are in Ocean Blue, so Ocean Blue has a separate chef tonard who looks after that outlet, and then he reports to the sous chef who looks after Ocean Blue and Italian. So that's how it is planned. It is a very well planned and organized event which we execute.
Do you remember the first dish that you made that you're like,
Omelette.
yes? Okay, omelette. Okay.
That was the first question asked to me when I started my apprentice. What do you know to cook? I told them omelette.
When they say making a perfect omelet is the hardest thing to do.
It is the hardest thing to do. Yeah.
How old were you when you first made your omelet? Or your first thing you cooked? I'm just curious.
18 years.
18 years old?
18 years and 13 days.
Okay.
You remember those days.
You remember those days.
You remember those days.
I remember driving through a lot of McDonald's and kind of restaurants when I was 18.
No, actually, my mother is a very good cook, so if she is not around, she always taught me what to do, how to make your own food. So I'm cooking from long time, like the house food, when I was very small. So I'm used to, that's where I got it from. So she is a very, very good cook. Norwegian Cruise Line is the best cruise line, I can say. You should definitely come on Bliss or to NCL and try the different outlets, try the freestyle cruising.
Again, this has been a very special Norwegian Bliss non-stop travel DokoGaTV adventures with Olena Heu, and we are spending some quality time with the executive chef, Roger Vikamankar. Thank you so much for tuning in. Chef, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we will continue. I think we have a few nights left, so we're going to eat as much as possible.
Yeah, please go ahead. We have a lot of stock.
Perfect. Folks, aloha and good morning. Olena and I are in the presence of greatness here on the Norwegian Bliss. We have a member of the Beatles and a member of the Four Seasons with us here. Guys, thank you for joining us this morning.
No worries, thank you for having us.
It's an honor to be in your presence. If we can start at the very end, Chris, Beatles, do you have a favorite song?
My favorite song has always been, since I was a kid, a song called Good Morning off the Sgt. Pepper album. Yeah, it's always been my favorite. I really like the cockerel at the beginning, and as a kid that was still my favorite song.
Coming from the UK, how much of an honor is it to depict someone from the Beatles?
Great. Yeah, I love it. I'm a drummer, I play Ringo Starr, and ever since I was a little kid, my dad would buy me Beatles albums as I got older, and I just was obsessed with the drumming on the Beatles songs. So then when I got older and I started playing it, we probably do 60, 65 songs.
That's a lot of songs.
That's a lot of songs. That's a lot of singing and playing. Since I've been a fan of Frankie Valli of the Four Seasons ever since my grandfather and father used to always buy me the 45s. If anybody remembers 45s? Mitch, you play Nick, right?
Yes.
From the Four Seasons.
Nick Massey.
Give us a little bit of rundown. What kind of preparation is required?
With Jersey Boys, it's a Broadway musical, so the show has been on the ship since the ship opened in 2018, I think. And every 6 months they hire a whole new cast. It's the full cast for the full 6 months.
Tell me about your performing history coming from Australia and if you were a fan of the Four Seasons prior.
I had seen the show Jersey Boys and I'd recognized some of the songs, just how you like, I'm 27, so I didn't really grow up with that music, and my parents weren't. I think they were more Beatles fans than Four Seasons. I think you're one or the other. But I did recognize the songs because they're everywhere. But yeah, I watched the show in Australia years and years ago, and I loved it. I watched it a few times. So I am a low singer, so I went into the audition knowing that they would be looking at me for the character of Nick Massey. And Nick Massey is usually played by a taller gentleman. So I kind of had that in my head. And I went in and I auditioned with a baritone bass register song. And they immediately saw like, oh, this guy would be great for Nick Massey. And so they gave me the lines to practice and then come back the next day to try and show them that I could be that role.
I guess it's a bit different for me. I've done Ringo Starr for, yeah, almost 10 years.
But as you play piano or guitar or other instruments, you never wanted George or try George or Paul?
No, the first instrument I learned to play was guitar, but then my older brother had a drum kit and I was jealous of my older brother. So every time he went out, I was on the drums and I just became obsessed with it. So when I got to about 14, all I ever wanted to do was play drums.
So I'm a big fan of theater, musical theater, and music, and I have to say that the music and the performances here on the Norwegian Bliss have been top-notch. I've been to Broadway and seen tons of shows, and it's really impeccable, wonderful. Take in a show, enjoy the wonderful food, the cocktails, the stars, the pools, everything. It's fantastic.
And mahalo to Chris and Mitch for joining us today.
Thank
Take
you
care.
so much.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Bye.
As we continued to enjoy our Norwegian Bliss Day, Olena and I were ready for our next adventure, laser tag. There's a laser tag arena for kids of all ages. And I do stress all ages, as our blue team featured seasoned players, while the opposing red team was filled with the children and grandchildren of the blue team's participants. Our sincerest thanks to all of the players that day for allowing us to jump into the fray and letting us film the fun.
It's kind of a large group. They're putting their guns behind their back or something.
Because that way, okay, so what it is the gun is how you get hit. So people, you gotta aim for the gun.
They don't have a thing on.
They don't have a body pad.
Gotcha. Oh.
If you get taken out, you gotta go to a
reload,
like a respawning tube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have teams or we just shoot each other?
No, teams. This is the secret weapon right here. It's Hustler. Hustler. Former Special Ops, Green Beret, SAS, GSG-9.
I surrender.
MI6, the lorry.
So, rather than giving you a play-by-play of our action-filled assault and subjecting all of you to having to listen to my pretty mundane voice, I decided to edit our laser tag experience into a more cinematic movie trailer format for your viewing pleasure.
That was a lot of fun.
It was great, and I will say that the guy that counted our teams out put all the youth on one side, but the experience on the other.
But it was funny because we won the first game.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. It was great, and people that learned quick to hide the gun.
I didn't do that at all.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and Lori joined us. She did great. She was like our hidden secret weapon, I don't know how to play. It's just sniping people from across, like 100 yards away, 200 yards away, just taking people out.
That was super fun. Highly recommend. Laser tag in general is just fun.
It is, and the hardware they have is pretty cool. And you did really good.
He does amazing at everything.
No. Got some energy. Ready for dinner. We burned some energy, so we're ready for dinner and to up our caloric intake.
And tonight we're going to experience some kind of fusion cuisine where they take food from different countries like Korean and Indian. So I am extremely
Japanese.
excited.
I hear the sushi is really good. So continued adventures, folks. Mahalo.
Ta-da! Look at this. It's like a festival of flavor.
I'm exceptionally excited.
A plethora of colors and, of course, sensations. Now, I feel like we're like at Kahala or Hawaii Kai, Brother Chef Roy or Alan Wong, something of that caliber. This is on a ship on the Norwegian Bliss. We got to interview the executive chef here on the Norwegian Bliss, Mr. Roger Gavankar. He came up with some suggestions for us that we have here tonight.
Food Republic. If you order one small dish, it is full of flavors all around. You can eat anything on Food Republic.
The whole menu?
That is whole menu.
Okay. What is the vision behind Food Republic?
It is to compile different cultures together. It is all about fusion. Bulgogi Pani Puri. Pani Puri is an Indian food. Bulgogi is a Korean food.
Yeah.
So it is compiled together. Pani Puri is basically a water, some potatoes or lentils, and you have this bread, and it is a spicy water, what we get on the streets on India. But here you have bulgogi meat and some spicy sauce on it. So it is a nice fusion.
I'm super excited.
Gosh, how do you eat this?
A little spicy, a little sweet, crunchy.
Take two.
That's delicious.
I will say this is absolutely fantastic.
That's tasty.
Want some kick to that, huh? Do you eat spicy stuff? You like spicy stuff?
Medium.
What's the level below medium? Non-existent?
Mild.
Mild. That's the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
You need to try this lamb Rogan Josh dumpling. It is fresh corn ponzu sauce. And then you have dumpling with lamb Rogan Josh. Lamb Rogan Josh is an Indian way of cooking lamb, which has been stuffed in the dumpling and served on the fresh corn sauce.
Lamb dumpling, a pillow of happiness.
A pillow of happiness. Oh, look at that. There goes every nomination again.
You're checking out my Instagram profile.
I am. As I do daily. Okay, it's gonna be fabulous, I can tell. Yep. It's kind of as if each dish is a palate cleanser for the next dish anyway, right?
Some kind of curry.
Yep. We always refer to that as butterfish back home. But this is a black cod skewer. This came highly recommended as well.
Wow. I gotta admit something.
What?
I hate onions. And I'm looking at that and I'm like,
let me customize it for you.
Let me take a moment.
I happen to love onions.
To
so
just,
put this on Polly's piece here. Put this on Polly's piece.
I very elegantly avoid onions.
Not a problem, because that's where Polly can come in and help you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. I saw it and I was like, it's like konnichiwa butterfish.
Is it?
That's
on
excellent.
A skewer? That's unheard of.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
That's excellent.
Just the level keeps getting elevated. I've been staring at this quite a while here. Chef, just talk about the pork belly. Look at that. It's like a giant block of like kalyuk or something. Look at that. Oh, that's perfectly done. All that out.
What's kalyuk?
That's kalyuk? Are you serious? Kalyuk meat. Wonderful fatty pork that you find at your favorite Chinese restaurant.
Oh, I'm a bad Chinese.
Now we're gonna do the elegant thing and actually pull one layer off. Let's do this. Cheers. Juicy, thumbs up. You know, we have the Asian flair, fusion kind of spice and sweetness to that, a little bit of sweet sour.
Yep.
Yellowtail roll over there that is begging us to eat it.
I smell truffle. There's truffle in there.
Oh my God. I'm trying to keep my...
I smell the truffle. It looks like it has crab on the inside with maybe like a hamachi on top.
Little yellowtail.
Oh.
And of course, this nice little, I want to say it right, it's like a truffle panko, you know, kind of like a halo of a goodness that's ready to be had. Are you sure? Can I do this first? Okay.
Please.
Gosh. No.
And you have to eat it in one bite, right?
Oh, one bite, easily. Look at that magic. Oh my God.
I'll just do a touch.
Wait, hold on. Take a breath. Okay, proceed. Roll in. The crab yellowtail truffle oil panko crusted halo
That's like
flavor.
a California roll to the max.
I think it's more like a Beverly Hills roll. Just something that magical. Okay, we're rounding the corner. This is a crispy salmon sushi roll.
Oh yes. Nice and crispy, crunchy, panko on the outside. That's very nice.
Yeah.
It's like the deep fried spam musubi at the kitchen on Maui.
World-renowned Maui no Koi deep fried spam musubi.
Similar. I gotta
Excellent
hit
choice.
that egg.
You gotta hit the
We'll
egg.
see you later.
Mahalo for tuning in. I'm gonna let her eat. Take care, folks. Aloha.